We're going to be doing our smoked salmon today. We buy our salmon from a company called the Pride of Bristol Bay, right out of Bristol Bay in Alaska. They deliver it, about an hour or so from our house. And this was the last of it. This is how it comes. Now you can get it like this into the pieces, or you can buy, the halves, whatever you like. But this is all we have left, and I wanted to use it before we got our next shipment. So we're going to be smoking salmon today. Okay, so our recipe for the brine is a 1/3 cup of kosher salt. It has to be kosher, can't use anything else. 1 quart of water, cool water, which is 4 cups, and 1 cup of brown sugar. And you're going to mix it all up until it's all thoroughly dissolved. And you want to stir this until it's all dissolved. See that? It's not dissolved. You have to keep stirring it. You don't want any big lumps of anything in there. You can even let it set for a minute or two. Okay, so you want to let it soak in the brine about 4 to 6 hours. And we keep the skin side up so it can really soak up into that brine. You can do this with trout, with char, anything you really like to smoke. So we're gonna put a bowl on it. If you don't have a small bowl, you can use your small pie pan, whatever fits inside the bowl that's going to hold the meat down. And this is my smallest pie pan. And then I'm going to cover it, and it's going to be in the fridge 4 to 6 hours in the brine. Okay, we took the salmon out of the brine, rinsing it off. Now it has to set on a rack for a few hours to let it air dry. You can set it under a ceiling fan. You can set it outside if it's very cool, like, 60 degrees or cooler, or you can put it in the fridge. And since we have bears up here, we're not putting it outside. I'm keeping it in the fridge. So we're gonna get all this out. It's got a nice little texture to it. Good smell. Okay, the fish are going in the smoker. Now what we do is we take a little bit of olive oil, just a touch. I mean, just hardly any. And we brush it. Get down. We brush it on the back, on the skin. And we do skin side down. Not a lot of oil, just a dab, so it doesn't stick to the racks. Okay, and make sure they're evenly distributed. They have good airflow through them. Kind of have about the same amount on each rack. And now they're going to go in the smoker. Okay, so we brought 1 rack in. Now we left 1 rack still in the smoker, but since this rack is designated to be pressure canned, we're getting this just about 128 to 130, because remember, when you pressure can, that finishes cooking it. So basically, when you can it, you just want to have that beautiful smoky flavor. So these are all about 130 or so. And I'm going to wait for them to cool, and then I'm going to be putting them in the small jars. This is the smoker that we use. It's called the Big Chief. It works just beautifully. It's electric, and we're using alder. Okay, everybody, the smoked salmon is done. Now this is the stuff that we canned, and when I put the salmon in, I don't know if you saw it or not, Oh, no, I don't think you did. I took a piece of skin. Once we took the salmon out of the smoker, I peeled the skin off the back side. And that skin I peeled off, I laid down in the bottom of the jar. Now, the only reason I did that is it adds the fat. It adds all this beautiful grease, and it's got a beautiful smoke flavor. So I just added it to each jar. You don't eat it. You throw it away, give it to your cats, chickens, whatever. So this, we did 5 little pints, and I used the 4 jars seals. I swear by these seals. This is the salmon that I didn't can. I have this in a baggie because this is going to go very quick. Once our sons know that we have smoked salmon in the house, it's going to go very quick. This turned out beautifully. Absolutely perfect, beautifully. Now I'm going to take a picture of the recipe. The recipe is not my own. The recipe is a recipe I found quite a while back on the internet. So I'm going to try and take a screenshot, and I'm going to try and add it to the video. If you don't see it in the video, then you know I had problems doing it, and I will put the link on the video description of where you can find the same exact recipe that I used. Okay? So I hope you enjoyed it, guys. I hope you learned something. It's very, very easy. Very easy. So we're looking forward to our next batch of salmon from the Bristol Bay. It's called the Pride of Bristol Bay Fish Company up in Alaska. And we look forward to their delivery every single year. So check them out and check out the link that I sent you. I'm not affiliated with either company, either link. I just know what works for us. So peace out, guys. Watch your surroundings. Be prepared for the worst, but don't forget to enjoy your daily life too. Love you guys. Bye-bye.